Of the breaking news is the Secretary of State clashes with top Democrats who are demanding to question State Department officials about the Ukraine scandal. Key House committee chairmen are warning Mike Pompeo that his delaying tactics may be used as evidence of obstruction in the impeachment investigation. And now we're learning that the State Department Inspector General is asking for an urgent briefing on Capitol Hill tomorrow. Let's bring in our analysts and our experts. Okay, first let's talk about this State Department IG, who's supposed to be the independent watchdog of the State Department, requesting an urgent Hill briefing. This is, there's a lot of questions we have about this because we just found this out. I mean, what do you want to know?
Well, first of all, according to Kylie's reporting, it's not just this urgent request for a meeting, it's that the way that the request was made was, according to her source, cryptically worded. Could be related to what we saw this morning, which is Mike Pompeo saying in a tweet and in a statement, no, we're not going to play ball. Perhaps people who work for him do want to play ball because they think it's important. And like the whistleblower, they're trying to go through the proper channels, which is what an inspector general is.
And is that what would happen if there's someone who Mike Pompeo does not want testifying, but perhaps they do want to? That's the process they would go through, like the whistleblower and the IC?
That absolutely could be. Look, it's also important to remember that Congress isn't there. So for the inspector general to think that it is so urgent that they're trying to get in touch with staff and maybe some members who he can reach out to on the phone or at least through staff. I mean, this is highly, highly unusual.
It is very unusual.
And just look at how many committees are going to be briefed. The committee staff from House Foreign Affairs, Senate Foreign Relations, House and Senate Appropriations, House Oversight, Senate Homeland Security, Senate Intelligence. Those are a lot of people.
And far broader than where the impeachment inquiry is, obviously.
Yeah. Although weirdly, House Intelligence is not on that list.
I think it is.
Oh, it is on the list. Okay.
It is on the list.
Take it back.
All right, take it back. Okay, so as we see the Secretary of State trying to delay these depositions by these key Ukraine witnesses, we're still going to hear from, or we're not, but Congress is still going to hear from Kurt Volker, the envoy, the former envoy to Ukraine, who resigned and therefore is now able to testify. He's going to provide some pretty interesting information.
Well, if you maybe remember Rudy Giuliani on Fox holding up his phone, saying, "Look, I got text from Volker. Volker said it was great that I was."
It's now on our phones too.
That's right. It's the official text. I don't think Volker could have been too happy about that. Basically, Giuliani saying, look, this is the person who gave me permission. He wants to explain, presumably, what his relationship was with Giuliani. The other thing to know about Volker is that this is someone who is not a Trump person. He's not an Obama person. He is a highly respected diplomat who is not known as a political person. And I think whatever he says, if he's allowed to speak, will carry a lot of weight because I think people in both parties trust him a lot.
He's really an American person, if you will.
His position at the McCain Institute may sort of explain the approach he takes to this. I do think, in addition, he's going to be the first person we hear from, not named Rudy Giuliani, to actually explain from the State Department side about all of the contacts with Ukraine. He would know, right? I mean, he would know what the State Department was working on and how the administration was contacting Ukraine. And I think that he wants to not just whatever Giuliani said about him in his text, but I think he wants to set the record straight more broadly about the administration, the State Department's approach to Ukraine in its entirety.